Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss about 8th class English 9th lesson, the Great Stone Face part 1. This is the subject English and we write the name of the teacher here. This is the lesson plan in LIP model. First we write the name of the lesson, we write topics, number of periods, timeline from to. That means the period we teach from and up to how many periods or up to date we can mention here. Objectives and specific information. Before you read pre-reading activity, we need one period to provide the base for initiating discussion on the given text. The Great Stone Face 1 part 1 lesson. We will have 4 segments and 4 practice periods. Totally 8 periods. Children able to read and understand the lesson. They learn the theme of the lesson. Working with the text, we need 2 periods to be able to write answers for the questions. Working with the language, students able to learn noun forms, that is loftiness, dense, density, etc. The speaking and writing, we need 2 periods. Students learn and write the narrations, means the story narration. Writing, so in the writing part, we need 2 periods for practice. Students able to write on his own words. Okay. Here we mention the lesson name, the Great Stone Face part 1. And the supplementary reader 2 lessons we have, the Comet part 1, the Comet part 2. Prior concept skills, the student able to read textual and non-textual material, infer the meanings of new words, express opinions, ideas, thoughts and feelings in writing exercises, learn and write noun forms, adverbs, learn the theme and write incidents, and the student narrates a story. Learning outcomes, the student engages in understanding and writing diary, reads and writes dialogues on their own, understand the Great Stone Face part 1 characters and theme, speaks about the new things, narrate story, understand grammar, adverbs, noun forms. You can go through the QR code mentioned in the lesson. Next, reading cards, charts, picture of hills, green board, textbook, etc. Teaching learning process. We will start the lesson through the motivation questions like, have you or visit a hill station? What do you see near hills? What is meant by pensive, or do you know the meaning of pensive, etc. Here we start the LIP model lesson from here. I do activity, we do activity, and you do teacher activity, group activity and individual activity. I create interest about the theme, motivate towards the lesson. Discussion on the theme will be there, discussion on the lesson, discussion on responses and the pronunciation. Student performs individually, reading on the given text, achieves the targeted learning outcomes. Explains pronunciation, explains synonyms, antonyms, explains noun forms, adverbs and spellings, explains narration of a story, performs model reading, explains the new words, meanings. Discussion on synonyms and antonyms will be there. Discussion of noun forms, adverbs and spelling. Discussion of a story, narration and story writing. Discussion on writing, paragraph about valley. Discussion on reading, model reading and individual reading. Learns the meanings and applies. Student understand the new words and use in their own life. Students perform group reading and individual reading. Student perform spelling, adverbs, noun forms, exercises, etc. Student perform story narration. Check for understanding questions. Factual questions, what is meant by prophecy? What was the Great Stone Face? What is the noun form of great? Open-ended questions. What made people believe General Blood and Thunder was their man? Who did he confide in and how was he proved right? Students practice questions. What did young Ernest wish when he gazed at it? He felt over the step and dash broke his arm. And here we write the noun forms able and ability. Assessment. What gave the people of the valley the idea that the prophecy was about to come true for the first time? Giving targeted feedback. Allotment time for students. Okay. Here we have the sign of the teacher, sign of the visiting officer and sign of the HM.